Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Vrndesa Ranjana Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Vrndesa Ranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Prabhupada Ashtottara Shri Śrīmad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON BBT Founder-Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Prabhupada Ashtottara Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Granthara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Shri Krishna Janmastami Mahotsav ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Guru Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 24, entitled Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, verse number 61. Kalo janisyamananam dukkha shogatamonudam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam vyatanodyashaha. Kalo janisyamananam dukkha shogatamonudam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam vyatanodyashaha. Kalo janisyamananam dukkha shogatamonudam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam vyatanodyashaha. kalo janisyamanam kalo janisyamanam dukkha shoga tamodam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam yadanodyashaha kalo janisyamanam dukkha shoga tamodam anugrahaya bhaktanam punyaya vayatanadesya supunyam yadanodyashaha kalo janisyamanam dukkha shoga tamodam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam yadanodyashaha. Mataji. Kalo janisyamanam dukkha shoga tamodam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam yadanodyashaha. Kalo janisyamanam dukkha shoga tamodam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam yadanodyashaha. Word to translation, responsibly please. Kalau, in this age of Kali, janisyamananam, of the conditioned souls who will take birth in the future, dukkha shoga tamah nudam, to minimize their unlimited unhappiness and lamentation, which are caused by ignorance, anugrahaya, just to show mercy, bhaktanam, to the devotees, supunyam, very pious, transcendental activities, vyatanot, expanded, yashaha, his glories or reputation. Translation: to show causeless mercy to the devotees who would take birth in the future in this age of Kali, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna acted in such a way that simply by remembering him, one will be freed from all the lamentation and unhappiness of material existence. In other words, he acted so that all future devotees, by accepting the instructions of Krishna consciousness stated in Bhagavad Gita, could be relieved from the pangs of material existence. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. The Lord's activities of saving the devotees and killing the demons, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam, take place side by side. Krishna actually appears for the deliverance of the sadhus or bhaktas, but by killing the demons, he shows them mercy also. For anyone killed by Krishna is liberated. Whether the Lord kills or gives protection, he is kind to both the demons and the devotees. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhuter Mahatbhir Ima Puro Vibhu Nirmaya Shede Yadamusha Purusha Bhunte Gunan Shodasha Shodashatmaka Solan Krishishta Bhagavan Vachamsi Me. Hare Krishna. Such a auspicious occasion, the most important day of the whole year. Shri Krishna Janmastami Maha Mahotsav ki, Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki, Nitai Gaur Ramanande. I chose this verse to speak because it is very relevant for all of us, and the tense used here is future. Janishyamana. That is spoken 5,000 years back and looking forward into Kali Yuga. Shukadev Goswami knows what's going to happen. And so he says, look, whoever is going to take birth in the future in the Kali Yuga, which are all of us and further generations, all of them will be completely benefited by simply remembering pastimes of Krishna. So this is the glories of Smaranam. Of course, we need to have Shravanam and Kirtanam to come to the stage of Smaranam. However, the potency of Smaranam and remembering what? The pastimes of the Lord. Pastimes of Krishna. And that is the only reason the Lord appeared here. To enact His pastimes and to attract all of us. To attract the heart of all the devotees, not just the devotees who were present in the pastimes of the Lord. Indeed, He did. And not just the devotees who were present at that time, but all the future generations, including us. That is Janishyamananam. Those who would appear. And the Lord came. Only one reason. And what is that reason? Anugrahaya. Only out of compassion. The Lord descended only out of compassion. We know this point from Bhagavad Gita. Ajovisan navyatma bhutanam ishwaropisan pragritim swamadhishtaya sambhavami atma maya. So the unborn has taken birth. It's such a wonderful thing. And He appeared only for one reason. Of course, He has taken shelter of His internal potency, and at the same time the word Atma Maya is being translated as Anugrahaya, compassion. Only out of compassion. And I'm just referring to the last chapter of the 9th canto, and it is such an interesting chapter. Because it is giving a gist of pastimes of Krishna and then stirring the heart of Maharaj Parikshit. Because it is prompting Maharaj Parikshit to ask further questions about Krishna. And here we can see the end of 24th chapter. It is full of nectar because it is full of glories of Krishna. And even a few verses before, in the same chapter, again a verse is there where it is mentioned, Natasya hetuhu, he doesn't have any other reason to come to this world, but only one, what is that? Atma Maya, out of compassion. And here, in this verse, there are only about 66 or 67 verses in this chapter, just before again emphasizing the Lord has appeared out of His compassion. And of course, why the Lord has appeared here? There are different reasons. Srila Prabhupada explains. What is the first reason? Everyone knows this. Paritranaya sadhuna, to protect the devotees. Then vinashaya cha dushkrita. Definitely he has come for these purposes and to re-establish the religion. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. That we all know this. Everyone knows this verse, right? Yes, that's for sure. If you are from India, you will know. Because thanks to B.R. Chopra, right? The TV serial made this verse very famous. Anyway, this is a very important verse to know. So the Lord has appeared for multiple reasons. At the same time, here Prabhupada makes his point very clear. Why he appeared? What is the ultimate reason we can see? To show compassion for his devotees, to give association to his devotees who are feeling separation from the Lord. They are waiting for the Lord's appearance. We will elaborate on this point a little further, but this is a very important point, that the devotees were waiting for the appearance of the Lord. They were feeling separation from the Lord, and to fulfill that, the Lord appeared. So in fact, towards the end of this chapter, that is the 24th chapter, Krishna's sweetness is explained. So the end is very, very sweet. That is the entrance to the 10th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, which is the smiling face of Krishna, smiling face of Sri Sri Radha Vallabha. If you see the smiling face of Radha Vallabha, we feel so attracted, and they have been dressed so beautifully. So this is the day we can be completely absorbed in their service. This is the opportunity to give everything to Radha and Krishna. So Shukadeva Goswami, before concluding the 9th chapter, he glorifies Krishna. Of course, he explains about his compassion, about his qualities. Along with that, he explains his beauty. It's a very famous verse, very, very, very nice verse. Yasyananam makara kundala charukarna bhrajat kapola subhagam suvilasahasam nityolsavam natadrubu drishibhi pibandyo naryo narascha mudita kupita nimescha. Here it's very interesting because it explains the beautiful face of Krishna. You can look at the face of Krishna, then you can understand, how he has shark-shaped earrings, which is decorating his kapola. And interestingly, it is mentioned, Drigbhi Pibantyo. They are drinking, the devotees of Krishna are drinking the beauty of Krishna. There are two ways one can drink the beauty of Krishna. One is through the eyes. Second is through the ears. So both are accepted. And here, speaking about devotees in Vrindavan, they were drinking the beauty of Krishna by both means. By seeing and by hearing. And here, in this verse, it is mentioned, Naryo Narascha Muditaha. Both men and women are completely captivated and they are overjoyed seeing the beauty of Krishna. And at the same time, they are mudita, they are kupitascha. What that kupita means? It is exactly opposite. Mudita means very happy, very blissful. Kupita means very angry. At the same time, they are very angry. Why are they angry? Nimescha. They are angry at Lord Brahma. Specifically about gopis in Vrindavan. Very angry about Krishna because Truti Yugayate Tam Apashyatam. Truti Yugayate. Just a Truti, 1/11 of a second, a very fraction of a second. That is yugayate. That is feeling that fraction of a second that takes to close the eyelids. They are feeling it is like yugayate. It is like a yuga, such a long period. Tvam apashyatam, without seeing you. So with this note, Shukadeva Goswami ends the 9th canto, and then that leads to the 10th canto, where the beginning itself is sweet. Actually, everything about Bhagavatam is sweet, and especially when we approach 10th canto, from the first chapter, it is completely sweet. Because Maharaj Parikshit encourages Shukadeva Goswami. I heard that it's just almost 3 or 4 days passed up till the 9th canto. And he's telling, I have more time. Please explain in detail the pastimes of Krishna. So he says, this Shunmam na badhate, this hunger doesn't affect me. Taktodamabi na badhate. That is, I haven't taken any water, but that doesn't affect, because pibantam tonmukhamboja chudam harikathamritam, because I am drinking this nectar of harikatha from your lotus mouth, so I don't have any problem, no thirst, no hunger. So this is in this way Parikshit Maharaj encourages Shukadeva Goswami, and he indeed appreciates and he narrates the pastimes of Krishna in great detail. So that is our great good fortune that we are able to hear this pastime by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Now, in the prayers of the demigods, as we are going through Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in the 2nd chapter, demigods makes very interesting point about the appearance of Krishna. Why the Lord has appeared and what is his initial instruction. And Srila Prabhupada gives a very beautiful long purport. All the acharyas give long commentary to this verse, even though it's quite a philosophical verse. Sattvam cha te dhaturidam nijam bhaved vijnana majnana bhidopamarjanam gunaprakasher anumiyate bhavan prakashate yasya cha yena vaguna. This is a verse. This is saying that by the appearance of Krishna, Krishna is directly giving the transcendental knowledge just by his appearance. What is that knowledge? Now we don't have to speculate. Who is God? What is transcendence? So the demigods are saying no one can distinguish between nescience and transcendence without the appearance of Krishna. So Prabhupada writes that by the appearance of Krishna, great devotees are getting Vijnanam. Vijnanam, Ajnana, Mithopamarjanam. That which completely destroys all speculative knowledge. So that happens simply by the birth of Krishna. So of course, Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks Uddhava Gita. Even just by the appearance of the Lord is telling, here is the absolute truth. No need to speculate on the absolute truth, how God looks like. He's telling, here I am. Here is my beautiful face. Here is my yellow garments. Here is my Vanamala. He's telling everything is present in front of you. Just accept. So Prabhupada emphasizes this a lot in his purport. And of course, the Lord wants to capture the heart of everyone, and he is showing compassion in many ways. So that's why even demigods further explains that Swayam Samutvirya Sudustaram Bhavan, you have personally come to this world, and then Bhavarnavam Bhivam Bhimam Adabhra Sauhrudaha. However, what, and then he speaks about, the demigods speak about his great devotees. Bhavat Padamboruha Navamatrate Nidhaya Yada Sadanigraho Bhavan. They make a very interesting point that, look, the Lord has appeared, and these great devotees, they have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, and they have already crossed this Bhimam Samudram, this ocean of material existence, the ocean of repeated birth and death. These great devotees have already crossed this ocean, but by your mercy, they have left behind that boat. So, Bhavat Padamboruha Navam. Navam means the boat. There are few verses in Bhagavatam speaking about the boat of Krishna's lotus feet. Right? One is in the 14th chapter of 10th canto. Padam Padam Yat Vibadamna Tesham. And in here also, Samadhina Veshida Chetseke, Totpada Potena Mahatpatena, Totpada Potena. There also, the demigod explains this point. And next, he said, the demigod says that, look, by the mercy of the Lord, this boat is available to us, and that boat is the process which is given by the Acharyas. And that is verily available. And then they conclude saying, Sadanugraho Bhavan. Again, the same point, actually making the whole statement, the demigods feels very excited and they feel very obliged to Krishna. They feel very grateful to Krishna because he is in the womb of Devaki's mother Devaki's womb. So then they say, Sadanugraho Bhavan. So again, indeed, you are very merciful to your devotees. So in that way they conclude. Sadanugraho Bhavan. So this is the point that the Lord comes for various reasons. He gives compassion in various reasons. At the same time, Kavi Karnapura, he makes a point. He says, still, we can see many reasons for the Lord's appearance, which we discussed, in which two are internal reasons. One of them we discussed. Two are internal reasons for the Lord's appearance. One is to satisfy his devotees such as Vasudev, Devaki, Nanda, Yashoda, etc. He wants to give pleasure to all these devotees. So we know the pastime, right? 3 births it took for Devaki and Vasudev to get Krishna as the son. First birth, who were they? Sutapa and Prishni. And they satisfied the Supreme Lord, and who appeared? Prishnigarbha appeared. So they understood there is no one. They wanted a son similar to the Lord, but there is no one similar to the Lord, and the Lord himself appeared. And they performed austerities for such a prolonged time. And then, they were not completely satisfied, we can understand, because in the next birth, they appeared as Aditi and Kashyapa, right? And who appeared? Vamanadeva appeared. And then again they wanted the Supreme Lord as their son. So Prabhupada writes that this is, if you want Supreme Lord as your son, then that desire is not material. Just for a son or a daughter, it is material desire. But if you want the Lord as the son, then it is not material in pure devotional service. So they got the son. Krishna appeared. Okay, this is one reason. And then he says, the Lord specifically wanted to enjoy conjugal pastime. He wanted to enjoy Sringara Rasa in this world. So he says these are the 2 reasons, internal reasons, for which the Lord appeared. And if we try to understand this appearance of the Lord Krishna, it is not ordinary in terms of time and in terms of space. We know how many times the Lord appears in this world. Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan. Only once in a day of Brahma. And now in the 28th cycle, right? Only once in a day of Brahma. How rare it is. And another point is, so many devotees were waiting for the Lord's appearance. So many devotees. First, we can consider the Shrutis personified. Shrutis. They went to the milk ocean, they went to Shvedadvip, and they started glorifying the Supreme Lord, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. You can understand, Shruti personified, Vedas personified, they know all the prayers. They started praying, and the Lord became so merciful, he became so pleased, and the Lord gave a vision, a darshan of the spiritual abode. Not just Vaikuntha, but Goloka Vrindavan. So the Shrutis personified, the Vedas personified, they could see Govardhan Hill, They could see gopis, they could see Radha and Krishna, they could see the pastimes of the Lord. Can you imagine? The Lord is so merciful. They saw all of them. What happened to Shrutis? They said, "Oh my dear Lord, we have one request. Kindly give us access to those pastimes." Can you see the strong desire of the Shrutis? We are talking about millions and millions of years back. And the Lord said, "Yes, it is possible, but not now. You had to wait for Krishna's appearance." Then we know about Lord Ramachandra. He went to Dandakaranya forest. When he went to Dandakaranya forest, there were great sages. They were meditating on Gopal. So in their heart they were seeing Gopal, and they were pure devotees, completely wrapped up in the complete attention of Gopal. And as Lord Ramachandra walked into Dandakaranya forest, suddenly in their heart there was a transformation. Instead of Gopal, they saw a personality as attractive as Gopal, but now he had matted hair. So then immediately they opened their eyes. Then they saw Lord Ramachandra in front of them. And Lord Ram was very pleased with their devotion. So Lord Ram asked, "So whatever prediction you want, please ask." So these sages made a very interesting statement. They said they didn't express their desire directly and indirectly. So they mentioned in a very interesting way. They said that Sita Yadha. So they wanted a relation to the Lord just like Sita. So actually they told Lord Ramachandra, how Sita relates to you, we want similar relation. So immediately Lord Ramachandra said, he was a bit taken aback. He said, "This is very Durlabha and Durghada." These are the two words Lord Ram uses. He said it is Durlabha. Durlabha means it is very, very rare. Then he said it is Durghada. Durghada means it is very difficult to obtain, and it is almost impossible to obtain. It is rare and it is impossible. So the sages thought, what can we do? They became a little disappointed, but then Lord Ram said, "I cannot do this because I am Maryada Purushottama." He himself says, "I am Maryada Purushottama, Ekapatni Vrtaha Maryada Purushottama, so I cannot do this. So please wait. Krishna will appear, and then you can associate with Krishna in the same way." So that's why we have the Shruticharis and the Munichari gopis. But when this happened in the 24th Yuga cycle. 24th Yuga cycle. Now we are in the 28th Yuga cycle. Not now, not in the last Treta Yuga. It's so long back, 4 Yuga cycles back. And these devotees were waiting for Krishna's appearance. Can you imagine how long? It is mentioned when Lord Ramachandra went to Midhula, the ladies in Midhula, they also felt similar attraction to Lord Ram. And Lord Ram, they went to seclusion, requested the same thing to Lord Ram. Lord Ram blessed them. Also, the Lord Ram went to Kaushala. Lord Ram is also known as Kaushalendra, right? Kaushala, he went to Kaushala, and then the women of Kaushala, they also felt conjugal attraction to Lord Ram. They also approached Lord Ram in seclusion and requested. The Lord granted boon even to them. Then it is mentioned even when Lord Ram was in Panchavati, he was in Vanavas pretty much. Panchavati, the Pulinda woman, they are the aborigines. Even they were feeling such an attraction for the Supreme Lord. They also told Lord Ram, "We also want to be your wives," or "We need conjugal rasa." The Lord Ram said, "Just wait. I will fulfill that desire." Not only that, when after Sita Parityag, after Sita left, Lord Ram still was continuing yajna. How was he continuing yajna? He had golden Sitas. They are called Yajna Sita. So each yajna he would make a golden Sita and she will sit next to Lord Ramchandra on his left side and then perform the yajna, because as a grihastha he cannot perform yajna without the wife, and Sita is gone, what to do? So there was yajna Sita. So each yajna he would conduct, there will be one golden yajna Sita. So there was a room with so many yajna Sitas. One day all these yajna Sitas, they got up. They were not statue. They were real. They got consciousness and they started walking to Lord Ram and requested Lord Ram, we are your wives because we sat in the yajna. So, treat us like your wives. What are you doing? So Lord Ram said, no, I am Ekapatni Vrta, I am Maryada Purushottam. So all the yajna Sita said, what are you speaking? Yeah, that's true, but we are all your wives. So he said, no. Still, I have only one Sita and I cannot fulfill your desires. So I can fulfill your desire in Dwapara Yuga. When Krishna appears, it takes a few yuga cycles, but after that, I will fulfill. In this way, you can see these devotees are waiting for Krishna's appearance for such a long period. Very long period. It is mentioned when Matsya-avatar happened. One of the initial incarnations. Matsya-avatar happened. Matsya is in the water, right? Then the daughters of Varuna, even they also felt such kind of an attraction for Matsyadev. What did Matsyadev say? Wait. So can you imagine how so many devotees are waiting for such a prolonged time for the appearance of Lord Krishna? And it is a lot of descriptions are there in this regard. Even the Aushadhi, even the herbs, when Dhanvantari appeared, they felt completely morose after the departure of Dhanvantari. And then they started performing austerities and they went to the heavenly planets and finally they also got the blessings. You can become vines in Vrindavan forest. They can also witness all these pastimes and they can take part in this pastime. Can you see? So many lifetime devotees are waiting for the appearance of Shri Krishna. So we can see that it is very, very rare and it is carrying so much of desires of the devotees. Devotees are desiring for Krishna's appearance in different rasas. And that's why it is mentioned that, the Lord wanted to enjoy Shringar Ras here because He has His eternal associates and He wanted to give mercy to all these devotees who are waiting for such a prolonged time. And then we know the appearance of Krishna as it is mentioned in the 3rd chapter of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. It was very, very special, Krishna's appearance. Mumuchurmunayo devaha sumunamsi mudanyutaha mandam mandam jalathara jagarjur anusagaram nishidhe tamaudbhute jayamane janardane devakyam devarupinyam vishnu sarva guhashyaha avirasit yatha prachyam dishinduriva pushkala. What happened? There was abundance of joy in this whole world. Mumuchur muneo devaha. Munis, the great sages and the demigods, they started showering sumunamsi, beautiful flowers. They started showering pushpa vrishti. Mudanyutaha. They became overjoyous by the appearance of Krishna. And then mandam mandam jaladhara jagarjur anusagaram. Jagarju means they started vibrating. The clouds started vibrating. Sagaram anu. Just following the ocean. Similar sound, very musical vibration. So Jiva Goswami says that Krishna gave consciousness to the clouds. He gave consciousness to the nature so that there is musical accompaniment as Krishna appears to this world. So amazing it is. So it is like the whole planetary system, everyone is just inviting the Lord. Mandam mandam jaladhara jagarju anusagaram nishidhe tamodbhute. Nishidhe means the middle of the night. Usually nishi, rajani, etc. means just night. But nishidhani, nishidhi means the middle of the night. Nishidhe Tamaudbhute. When it was pitch dark, but is it really pitch dark? It's not. This is the interesting thing. Nishidhe Tamaudbhute Jayamane Janardane. That is the time Janardan appeared. So it is further explained why it is Janardan, that word Janardan is used, because all these great demigods, all these great devotees, they were requesting the Lord, Ardhana. On one level, they were tormented because of separation of the Lord, and on the other side, they were requesting, they were praying for the appearance of the Lord. So, there it is not mentioned Krishna, rather the word Janardana is used. So that is Jayamane Janardane, to whom Devakyam Devarupinyam appeared in the womb of Devaki, and she is Devarupini. Or it is mentioned Vishnu Rupini, she is of the same quality as Krishna. And how appeared? Sarva Vishnu Sarva Guhasheha. So Prabhupada gives a beautiful explanation that what is the difficulty for the Supreme Lord to appear in this world? Because he is already there in the heart of Devaki. He is in the heart of all the living entities. That is Vishnu. Vishnu is all pervasive. Vishnu Sarva Guhasheha. He is hidden in the heart of all the living entities, and when there is sufficient devotion, then he can manifest. And that devotion, what do we call that devotion? Vishuddha Sattva, Vasudev consciousness. That's why Vasudev's name is Vasudev, because it is called Vasudev consciousness. That pure devotion, when it is there, then the Lord can manifest. He appeared in the heart of Vasudev, indeed he transferred into the heart of Devaki. So it is said, this is called the initiation. Most of us got initiated, right? This is the original initiation, that is transferring Krishna from the heart to the heart. So for us, it is in the form of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The spiritual master is giving the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Officially, we are receiving the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that devotion of the spiritual master is being transferred to the disciple. Okay, this is the mantra with the potency. And then we have to work on it, to cultivate it. Similarly, we can see that Devaki gave Krishna to, Vasudeva gave Krishna to Devaki. And then he appeared. And what is mentioned? Devakyam Devarupinyam Vishnu Sarva Guhashi Avirasit Yatha Prachyam Dishinduriva Pushkala. Prachyam Dishi Indu Iva. In the eastern direction, how the moon appears, in the same way Krishna appeared. Why this moon example is given? Because moon has different faces. Moon is there all the time, but according to the day, it's waning. So different faces we can see. He become complete in Purnima. In the same way, all the incarnations, they all have potencies. There is no doubt about it, but they don't manifest. Only Krishna manifests his complete potency, and so he is Swayam Bhagavan. And that's why it's mentioned Pushkalaha Induhu. Pushkalaha means complete, Purna, Purnendu. He is Purnendu. That is Krishna. It's mentioned because the Lord appeared. All other incarnations, they were with Krishna, but they didn't manifest their potencies in Vrindavan. They were there. All the incarnations were there with Krishna, but they didn't manifest their potencies. They just sat there without showing their prowess. Because Krishna is manifesting his sweetness. So this is the point. This is how the Lord appeared. And even though here the example is given of moon, he is Purnendu, it is further explained that he is also the sun. He is the sun who is opening, he is blossoming the lotus of devotees of Vrindavan. So he is blossoming their heart, he is blossoming the devotee's heart. So in that way, the Lord is the sun as well. He is compared to the sun as well. We have a request, if everyone can move a little bit forward, that will be good. That side. Oh, okay. Devotees want to take darshan, everyone would come this way a little bit. You can come closer to me. Yes, bro. Yeah. If anyone, you can come this way as well. Okay. Okay. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. So Krishna appeared in this way, where? In the jail, right? Then Krishna also appeared, where? At the same time, where? In Vrindavan, to Mother Yashoda, same time. So Jiva Goswami and other Acharyas says that that's why many places in Bhagavatam there are very mention of the word Atmaja, Yashoda Atmaja, son of Yashoda Sutta, showing that he is actually the son of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So the Lord appeared two places. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport as well, you can see in Krishna book as well. The Lord appeared in both places, and after that who appeared? Yogamaya to Mother Yashoda, right? So both happened. And then when Nanda Maharaj, when Vasudeva took Krishna all the way to Mahaman, there both of them merged, both Krishnas merged. So that's what happened. So the Lord appeared in both places. So this is mysterious pastime of Krishna. So it's mysterious pastime. So Bhagavatam also doesn't make it very direct, but indirectly mentions. And wherever these kind of words are used, of Gopika Sutta or Nanda Sutta, there it's mentioned, it's actually mentioning like the Lord has appeared as the son of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. And here, when the Lord appeared in the jail, what happened to Vasudeva? He became overjoyed. It's mentioned that he saw this four-handed Vishnu form. He didn't see two-handed form. He saw the four-handed Vishnu form. He was overjoyed and he was completely amazed. He was Vismita Pulla Vilochano Harim. When he saw, his eyes became just like a flower blossoming. And he was completely amazed. Why? Because there are many reasons. He was thinking that how can my worshipable Lord appear here? He was completely surprised. My worshipable Lord has now appeared with four hands. So he became very much astonished. And then he thought, now I am not at all afraid of Kamsa. So far, they were all very much fearful about Kamsa. But after the appearance, immediately he felt a complete relief. And he was surprised. How I am very peaceful, I am overjoyed. And why there is no fear? And that's what is mentioned in this verse. That by remembering the pastimes of the Lord, one can get freedom from material existence and material anxiety. So for us, the same principle applies. And then he started thinking, the Supreme Lord is all pervading. He is Vishnu. You can see him in the four-handed form. He is all pervading. But how can this Lord appear from the womb of Devaki? He was surprised seeing this. Then he started thinking that, okay, this child has appeared, but I had previously also I had children, but I have never seen any children appearing from the womb fully decorated. Shankha, Chakra, Kada, Padma. When he saw that, he was surprised in so many different ways. And then he started offering prayers. Both Vasudeva and Devaki. And this is a bit astonishing that the Lord is the child, right? But the prayer is completely with awe and reverence. It is completely with awe and reverence. To the degree that Vasudeva started speaking all the Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Can you see the child? He has born a child is in front of you. And what is Vasudeva saying? He's telling you are Prakriti, Laksham Prakriti Param. He says Prakriti Param, you are the Supreme Lord who is beyond the material existence. Kevalanuphamananda Swarupa Sarva Buddhidrik. He says, you are Sarva Buddhidrik. You are the witness of all the activities of the mind, of all the living entities. And you were present even before creation. These are the kind of prayers that Vasudeva offers to the Lord. Similarly, Devaki also offers prayers which are, very much with awe and reverence. Rupam yatyat prahur avyakta madhyam. Rupam yatyat prahur avyakta madhyam. Talking about, okay, Rupam, your form is avyaktam. It is not describable in material terms. It is not perceived by material sense, etc. It gives a very philosophical prayer. You cannot expect that from a mother. But that's the prayer Devaki gives, because she had affection but a lot of reverence. Then she says, kindly transform yourself, your form. From Upasamhara, Vishwatman, Adorupam Alaukikam, Shankra, Chakra, Gadapatma, Shriyajustam, Chadurбhujam. He says, please withdraw this form, Alaukikam form. Rather, you bring in your form just like an ordinary child. Otherwise, Kamsa will know who is born. So here is the point. In the 8th chapter or so of the 10th canto, Maharaj, Parikshit becomes very inquisitive. How come Yashoda and Nanda got the opportunity to witness the childhood pastimes of Krishna and not Devaki and Vasudeva? So he says, Devaki cha Mahabhaga papau yasya stanam hari. Devaki cha Yashoda cha Mahabhaga. She is so fortunate that Krishna drank milk from her. How she got that opportunity? How Nanda got this opportunity to be his father? Why not Devaki and Vasudeva? There it is mentioned that the desire of Nanda and Yashoda, when they prayed to Brahma to fulfill the order of Brahma, they didn't ask for anything. They didn't ask God as the child. What they asked? They asked for Parama Bhakti. They asked for pure devotion. They asked for loving devotion to the Lord in Vatsalya Bhava. And so the Lord fulfilled that. So here is the point. Whatever desire we have, whatever desire that we are cultivating, the Lord will fulfill it. So this is the day. So we have to be very careful about our desires. Of course, Devaki and Vasudeva, they are great devotees, they are pure devotees, but their desire was different. As Srila Prabhupada said, how can we come to the pure devotional platform? Prabhupada said, desire. So we had to be watchful about our desire, and especially today, we have to see what is our desire. And we need to cultivate the desire in connection to Krishna. Whatever desire we have in service of Krishna, Krishna will fulfill. It is just a matter of time. Whatever it is, if we have a desire to develop a connection to Krishna in any way, Krishna will fulfill that desire. Only thing, we have to be sincere and we have to work on it. And if we work on the basic aspect of Krishna consciousness, then it will be fulfilled. So this is a great opportunity. Today is a great day for that. To pray to Krishna, to serve Krishna with that desire. So this is the day of service basically for all the devotees. It's the day of service. And so if we have that right desire in serving, Krishna will certainly fulfill our desire. It's just a matter of time. Krishna will fulfill his desire because it is his birthday. So he is most merciful. He is so merciful that today, whatever desire we have, he is looking, okay, such and such devotee, he has this desire, she has this desire. Okay, I will fulfill all those desires. So that's what we can see from this pastime, that whatever desire Nanda and Yashoda had, fulfilled. And eternally. So, as Drona and Hare, they are only at partial expansion. But the eternal associates, Nanda and Yashoda, they are coming from the spiritual world. And these two personalities, they also come together. So there is this Sadhana Siddhas and the Nitya Siddha. Both are present in Nanda and Yashoda. So this is the kind of association they are getting. Can you see, we always hear that, okay, before perfection, we had to go to the pastime of Krishna in the material world, and we get trained to go back home to Godhead in Goloka Vrindavan, where one can perform one's eternal service. Now, if we hear this sadhana siddhas like Drona and Hare, their training is being part of Nanda and Yashoda. because ultimately they are the expansion. So in other words, they are becoming one and serving Krishna. So they are getting such an intimate association of the eternal associates. And in that way they are getting perfection and then going back home, back to Godhead. So this is the sweet pastimes of Krishna. So Krishna wonderfully enacted all these pastimes to attract all these devotees. And so it is mentioned, what is so attractive about Krishna? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the explanation to Atmarama verse, 2 points are very much emphasized towards the end when it comes to Idham Bhuda Guno Harihi, the wonderful qualities of Krishna. There Kaviraj Goswami explains that what makes Krishna so attractive? What makes Krishna so attractive? So we can say Krishna is all attractive, that is Krishna. But what makes Krishna so attractive? What do you think? What is most attractive about Krishna? Any idea? Any idea? Love for his devotees? Yes? Oh, he plays flute, it's part of it. Pastime with his devotees? Yes. What is that? His form? Yeah, definitely his form. At the same time, there one particular quality is mentioned, which is, it is mentioned, Aishwarya Madhurya Karunye Swarupa Purnada Bhakta Vatsalya Atma Paryanta Vatanyata. Okay, there are qualities, his Aishwarya, his Madhurya is there, sweetness is there, which is very attractive, and it is Karunya, his mercy makes him attractive, and that is complete. As we heard from this verse, it is very complete. Then Bhakta Vatsalya, his love for his devotees. And then come to the next point. What is that? Atma Paryanta Vadanyata. His magnanimity of giving himself to his devotees. So it is mentioned in the Idham Bhuda Guno Hari, the 61 explanations for Atmarama verse, when it comes to Idham Bhuda means wonderful qualities of Krishna, that makes him so attractive, of which the most attractive quality is mentioned, he gives himself to his devotees. And that is demonstrated in Braja pastimes. And that is the significance of Braja Bhakti. And that is the significance of Vrindavan. So it is mentioned, Gopipisto Vidor Nrityat Bhagavan Balavat Kvachit Udgayadi Kvachin Mugdha Nachado Yandra Daruvat. It's mentioned Gopipisto Vidor Anyat. The gopis that he is talking about, elderly gopis, they are encouraging Krishna for what? Just to dance. Why is he? Are they encouraging Krishna to dance? Just giving sweet. Krishna, if you dance, we will give you sweet. And what is Krishna saying? Anrityat. He is jumping and he is dancing for his mothers, not one, many. Gopipi stobido anrityat Bhagavan Balavat Kvachit. Bhagavan, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Balavat, just like a child. And Udgayadi Kvachin Mugdha. Not just he dances, but he sings also. Sometimes he dances, sometimes he sings, to give pleasure to his parental devotees. How? Yantra Daruvat, just like a Yantra Daru, just like a puppet. Just like a puppet. In a wooden puppet in the hand of a puppeteer, how the wooden puppet can be danced with the strings, in the same way, the string of love of the devotees of Vrindavan is making Krishna dance. So it is mentioned that chapter, 11th chapter of 10th canto, then it is mentioned about the Bhakta Vatsalya. There are multiple pastimes and he is telling he is becoming servant of his own devotees. Can you think about anything further than this? The Lord wants to serve his own devotees, his own pure devotees. And it is not just the pure devotees, he is helping all of us when? All the time. Krishna is helping all of us all the time. Only thing, we may not recognize, but he is doing that. Generally, this question is asked, does Krishna helps all his devotees all the time? What is the qualification? If we have any devotion, Krishna will reciprocate. Ye dhamam prabhadyante tam sateva bhajamiham. And specifically, if we are taking shelter of the process, that is bhavat padamboruha navam atrate. Bhavat padamboruha navam. That is the boat of lotus feet of Krishna in the form of his instructions, which is coming from the parampara. For us to start with, chanting good quality 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following 4 regularity principles, doing some service. Very simple. If we are doing that sincerely, then we are under the shelter of Krishna, we are under the protection of Krishna. So all the devotees who are doing this are completely under the shelter of Krishna, under the protection of Krishna. So it is not just for pure devotees. Yes, for them he is serving in that capacity. For us, according to the proportion of our surrender, the Lord is helping us. So we need to be grateful to the Lord for his help. We need to reflect on it. In one aspect of devotion is to just think about it. How are we doing in our devotion and how Krishna is helping us? The wonderful opportunity that Krishna is giving us to celebrate Krishna's appearance. The opportunity to service throughout the year. The association of the devotees. We have such a wonderful association of the devotees. We cannot live in Krishna consciousness without such wonderful association of the devotees. Very special what we have. So this is mercy of the Lord. This is Bhavat Padamboruha Navam. This is the boat of lotus feet of Krishna. And that is available, and Krishna is mercifully giving us by the mercy of Prabhupada. So we can see that. And then when you go further, that sweetness is extending in Krishna's pastime. Will not continue a lot, but I was thinking about this pastime.